Hey guys, what's up? Chainer again. Today we're gonna go over a Torment 10 speed farm build for the barbarians. So the first patch of the PTR 2.3 should be coming today. The patch notes were just data mined and the launcher just updated for the PTR. So it's also Tuesday, so it just makes sense. Probably coming today. And before it comes and the whole PTR gets wiped, I was just playing around with some builds without using the bracers of the first men, which when you use Hammer the Ancients, you get like 100% increased attack speed. It gets you to the high 10 Dust Devils, 12 Dust Devil breakpoint, and that's cool. There's still other ways to hit those breakpoints. In the T10 build, I don't really try too hard to get a super high breakpoint, but in my Greater Rift build, which I'll cover in another video, I'll put an annotation somewhere if you want to see that. I can definitely and have hit the 10 and 12 breakpoint pretty easy by using a pain enhancer gem and snapshotting that. Anyways, T10 speed farm build. Let's take a look at the skills first. Whirlwind, blood funnel, damage, healing, good stuff. Battle rage, bloodshed. Sprint, marathon, and warcry charge, you're going to be using the move speed belt, Chylanix chain. So with those two together, you're going to be going pretty fast. And then furious charge, merciless assault. Furious charge, merciless assault will proc half of your focus restraint rings, 50% and 50% increased damage 2 times. And yeah, merciless assault will reset the cooldown, making it easier. So basically, you're going to charge, and you'll have 5 seconds of an extra 50% along with the other 50% that Whirlwind's going to be proccing. So it's the rotation is just basically charge and Whirlwind for 5 seconds, repeat. Most elite packs don't take longer than 5 seconds. Like almost any pack in T10 doesn't take longer than 5 seconds. So you just charge to a pack, kill it, charge to the next pack, kill it. And if there's no pack to charge to, just use your sprint and your warcry to get to the next pack. Once you see a mob on your screen, you just charge at it. You move pretty fast with this build. Of course, Wrath of the Berserker Insanity, because it's good. Weapon Master, Rampage, Ruthless, Boon of Bulk Hathos. Weapon Master is going to keep your Fury up, along with the Bulk Hathos weapons. Bulk Hathos weapon set. So as far as gear, you're going to be using 6-piece Wrath of the Waste. I'll just kind of hover over my gear. Cooldown on shoulders. You're going to want crit, whirlwind, strength on helm. Life percent is really good with whirlwind. Blood funnel, the more health you have, the more crits heal you, because crits heal you for 1% of your max life. So that makes sense. Over here in the necklace, either a flavor or time, or you could use Hellfire. I think for T10, the Hellfire I would use is, well, first off, we're using Weapon Master, Rampage, Ruthless, Boon of Bulk Hathos. Your Fury is usually pretty high, so something like Berserker's Rage as the 5th passive would be pretty good. Nerves of Steel, if you know you find your survivability is a little low, that could help. Steady Strikers for bracers, or Lacuni Prowlers. You just want the attack speed, crit chance, physical. So that's nice to have. Like I said, Chylanix chain, life percent, all res, strength of it, good stuff. Focus restraint. Now this is a good trifecta for focus restraint. My other one's kind of poopy, but I would want the same as this one basically. Attack speed, crit damage, crit chance. Boon of Bulk Hathos weapons with percent damage, strength, vitality. Both of them ancient, good to go. Get whirlwind damage on your boots. I'm using Bane of the Trapped, Taeguk, and Pain Enhancer. On Season, there's a new gem called Bane of the Stricken. It might be worth using for Greater Rifts. Maybe I'd stick with Bane of the Trapped for E10. I haven't played around with the gem yet, so I mean, they're both pretty good. You could actually honestly replace the Pain Enhancer because you're not really snapshotting in T10. Everything's dying so fast, so something like Taeguk, Bane of the Trapped, and then Bane of the Stricken, or whatever it's called, would work really well. So yeah, that's about it. In your cube, you are going to be using Furnace as a weapon, Hexing Pants for armor, and Zodiac Ring. Really good stuff. And Enchantress. My gear's all messy. Essa Johan's really good. You can put whatever rings. This weapon kind of works, whatever. But mainly why you're using the Enchantress is for Focused Mind. 40-yard aura that increases attack speed for you and your Enchantress by 3%. So good stuff. Yeah, that's about it. So let's go into a rift. So now you just charge to the mobs. And Whirlwind, see, they go down pretty easy. I'm not going to pick up loot. I don't really care. Server's getting wiped tomorrow. See that was like a 2-second kill. I mean, Barbs are still really legit without the Hoda Bracers. The Hoda Bracers were nice. Don't get me wrong, but I think a lot of people were thinking that the nerf to the bracers was going to kind of destroy the Barb, but it really doesn't. And especially in Greater Rifts, like I said, I'm using a pain enhancer for attack speed, and I'm actually hitting higher breakpoints. I'm sometimes hitting the 12 Dust Devil breakpoint in Greater Rifts now. I did a few Greater Rifts, but Greater Rifts take a lot of fishing. Like currently on the PTR, I'm like rank 5 with up to 69. But I did a 65 earlier. I just missed clearing it. Like it was a really bad hallway map with mediocre mobs. So I missed, like I needed like 2 or 3 more seconds on the conduit pylon and I would have got the clear. But for a shitty map at Greater Rift 65 with no Hoda Bracers, it's definitely pretty legit. There have been other Barbs who've cleared in certain other builds at like 70 without the Hoda Bracers. So, yeah, with Barb, it's so dependent on the Rift rather than, you know, anything else. The Rift is the most important thing that's going to push you in Greater Rift ranks. But as you can see, white mobs, T10, just friggin' melt. Packs take anywhere from like 2 to 5 seconds, depending. There are some annoying affixes you gotta just be careful while you're playing. Like if you get Reflect with Fire Chains and Molten, it could be nasty. But if you just kind of circle around the mobs instead of just going ham right into them, you'll be fine. You just, like I said, you just gotta pay attention. It's not that many mobs, not that many affixes that really hurt you too bad. There are some bosses that are really annoying, so carrying around immunity necks in your inventory is definitely smart. You're going to want to carry lightning immunity in your inventory. You're going to want to carry poison immunity in your inventory, because some of the poison bosses and Raziel are... They take so long if you don't have your immunity swap. And they're right there. I just messed up because I'm squishy. It's alright. It was a double pack. This build is pretty squishy and you gotta be careful. Otherwise you get wrecked like this. But usually stuff like that happens. I'll just skip it. It's not a big deal. Not in regular rifts. And when you're playing with other people, if you hit like a hard counter, usually your group will clear it up for you and you could just continue ahead. Not a big deal. I got a conduit, so maybe I'll just go back. Can't hurt, right? Alright. Conduit OP. There we go. Almost at the boss. Some of the spread out mobs and the kiter mobs when in their enchant packs are a little annoying. You want mobs grouped up to do optimal deeps. But, you know, that's just one downside, I guess. And when you're charging into mobs, like try to charge into big packs because as soon as you start whirlwinding and whatever mobs are around you are going to snapshot your pain enhancer for the most part. But yeah, boss is really easy. So charging into big packs and then whirlwinding will get you the higher breakpoints for Dust Devils. I'll put the Dust Devil breakpoints in the description or something like that. But overall, it's pretty fast, pretty easy. Like I said, there are a few affixes and a few mob types that are a little annoying, and you have to be careful. You'll die here and there. It's not that big of a deal. It doesn't slow you down that much. You're doing a lot of damage. You're moving really fast, so it's not worth getting a little extra defense because overall that's going to slow you down. You want your movement speed. You want your damage. And just, yeah, like I said, if you hit something that's really nasty, and just skip it because you could go to the next pack and kill it in 2 seconds and just keep your momentum. Not a big deal. But yeah, that's about it for the T10 build. So yeah, thumbs up the video if you want. Much appreciated, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.